Capricorn, how are we, my loves? It's wonderful to be here again so soon as well. Yes, I carved out some time to come on here and give you a little reading, a moon reading. I've never really done a moon reading before, so I want to just see how this goes. If you like it, let's see how this goes, team. I mainly wanted to give you, a little bonus, mainly because all of you sent me so many cute messages of love and appreciation. One lady actually said, "It feels like a good day when we get to see you." I thought that was just the cutest thing. I'm just like, I thought about it the entire week and I was just like, oh my God, right? That is the cutest thing you can say to someone. Was it someone like me anyway, right? I'm a word person, so I like words. And I was just like, I'm going to come on here and I'm going to read for Capricorn today. And in fact, that particular lady, I'm looking for her name out here. 12th house, 12th house, I think it's tarot. I'm going to pull a card for you right at the end. I hope you watch this one. I'll pull a card for you at the end, right? Because I loved your comments. I just thought to myself, who says those kind of things? I think it's a beautiful thing to say to somebody, thank you so much. I'm going to pull you a card right at the end. Everybody else, let's go. What have we got for Capricorn in this new full moon? I was knocked out last night. I was supposed to do loads of readings and it just never happened. I just cancelled the lot of everything and I was just like, can't do it. Absolutely knackered. I slept for hours and hours and hours on end. And it's full moon in Cancer, is that right? As we know, Cancer is about dealing with our emotions, a lot of it. Cancer, a lot of sensitivity and emotions, dealing with the emotional things that are coming up in your life, or things maybe that you've swept under the carpet. Now is the time to face those things head on and deal with them. It's a lot of internal work. Give me 2 cards here for Capricorn for the moon, please. You give me one more. Actually, 2 fell there. Give me one more. Wow. Yeah, they give me 2 more. There's a lot of flying cards, hidden sources going on here. Let's have a look. Okay, so Capricorn. There's a lot of green in your cards. A lot of green, reds and browns. So somebody here may want to work on love, the heart chakra. Somebody here may be working mostly on the base chakra, the red one. Sorry, everybody. Somebody needs to do some ancestor work. The base chakra. This is what happens all throughout the readings. Like, I'm just like, anything else? Okay, so that was the message, I think, for one person there. Somebody needs to do some ancestor work. Actually, one of the cards is to do with ancestors. That's very interesting, actually. Yeah, I've not really read from this deck before, so I want to see what's going to happen here. So the first card, I unleash my wildness and choose to be free. So people who are sort of like, what number is that? Number 43. People here who are taking the time to hide themselves. People who are hiding themselves. Maybe you're working on new creative endeavors and pursuits and things like this. Right? And maybe you've been hiding away from people in terms of hermiting or whatever. It's time for you to unleash that wildness and choose to be free. Maybe some of you could be in jobs that constrict your creativity. I'm seeing somebody typing here, right, and looking around and just being a bit like, all right, let me just continue to type sort of thing. This seems to be for somebody who works in the office at this particular time. But this person has another side to them. They've got like another streak, yeah. I feel like this person is an artist. I feel like they paint. As per usual, team. It could be for one person or 2 people. Let's have a look. Okay. So, there is a primal and wild nature at the core of our being that demands to be heard. Ooh. Sometimes we need to leap freely as the wind sweeps us into a vast forest. That's interesting, isn't it? Other times, we need to express our wildness within our community. The wolf has arrived to remind you of your unique wild spirit and your ability to choose how you express it. She also represents a balance between your own needs and the need of your tribe. Wolves are fiercely loyal to their mates and live in socialized pads. They're also strong individuals and curious explorers. Choose what freedom means to you as you embark on a journey of personal discovery. As clear as the wolves howl at the moon, learn to hear your inner voice and unleash your wildness. That's really interesting, isn't it? I really like that for you, Capricorn. So it doesn't mean, even though a lot of you are sort of wearing a cloak almost, in a way, you're one thing, right, but really you're like a superhero or something like this. You take off this cloak and suddenly you start flying, right? Doesn't mean that's how you have to live your life, but it's also a case here of nurturing that wildness. But I really feel like that card is for one person. It's really interesting. Specifically, it's an artist. Specifically is an artist. Now, because there's a lot of red and greens in your cards here, there's all heart chakra stuff, you know, so work on how much you pour love into things. Work on how much you pour love into yourself first. Always look at yourself first. Cup is always half full, Capricorn, right? You need to live in that sort of way. You know, you're not coming from an empty cup and trying to fill some other cup. This just can't work, right? But this is that card. Isn't that beautiful? There are some wild women here, you know. There are some women here. I want you to switch the masculine and the feminine. You know, it doesn't particularly mean it has to be a woman. It can also be a gentleman I'm speaking to here, you know. But there's, okay, I just got a message, you know. Someone here needs to read Running with the Wolves. I have that book here somewhere. Where is that book? Somebody here needs to read this book. Sorry, team, I just need to reach out for the book. Yes, Women Who Run with the Wolves. Somebody needs to read that book. It's almost about the archetype, right? What a woman is, or the archetype that you need to step into. Does this make sense to somebody here? Please, God, let it make sense to somebody here. Right, there's an archetype somebody needs to step into to unleash that wildness, almost in a way. I'm going to use an example here. I'll use an example here of... Use the example here of Beyonce. She's Sasha Fierce, right? She goes onto her, she goes onto stage and she becomes a different person almost, in like a way, right? If you see her in interviews, she's very quiet, she's very shy almost, right? Once she's on that stage, she is Sasha Fierce. There's a message in there for somebody. Wow. Get your archetypes happening, team. I'm going to pull 3 cards on that for you. Okay, give me 3 cards on this wild one for my Capricorns. Just give me 3 cards. Give me something. What do we have? Just give me... Well, give me 1 or 2. Let's see what happens. Is there anything else that Capricorn needs to know from that? Give me 1 more then. Really interesting. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. So somebody here is transforming. Isn't that fascinating? Wow. And I'm just like, wow. Somebody here is transforming. There is the death of the old, right? It's almost like that person no longer exists, or various characteristics of that person no longer exist. This person is transforming and becoming Sasha Fierce, almost in like a way. They still have a way to go. You know, they still have a little way to go here. There's a little way to go. This person is not in their full power as yet, but the time is now, team. The time is now. Take advantage of this new energy, this new moon energy. Some of you may be feeling a little bit vulnerable at the moment, right? I'm feeling a little sensitivity. Some of you are feeling really sensitive because the transformation has happened, and it's almost like it leaves you naked. You know, it leaves you naked, like, okay, what do I do now? Okay, give me 2 cards on that. Wow. Yes. Continue to work hard on this, right? Continue to pursue it. Yeah, because some of you, right, are just really not sure that anything's going to happen out of this. Something is going to happen out of this. Also, 9 of Wands on the side, and right, 7 of Pentacles also on the side. Some of you are not really sure exactly where it is that you need to turn, right? But there's beauty coming your way. Newness is coming. Keep pursuing that line of questioning, team. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Especially with the death, right? With the death, it's sweeping away the debris of the old. There's something here about the old no longer working, right? Now it's time to step into this new thing. It's time to step into this new thing wholeheartedly. And what I'm being told here that if you don't step into it, the universe is going to make sure something happens, i.e., you know what that means, don't you, team? Towers. All right. I'm now going to go to the second card. I shed my habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew. That really goes hand in hand with that card. I shed habits that hinder my truth. I release and renew. Let's have a look at what the actual book says. I'm going to have to study this book a little bit more, but I'm really enjoying this. Yeah, this is basically exactly what it says on the tin. When we've outgrown our old skin, we can shed the layers that no longer serve us. Certain habits reach an expiration date, giving us an opportunity to be renewed. Sometimes we're swept up by the motivation to change, and other times we resist letting go. Remember what I said, team? You've got to let that shit go. The snake is here to encourage you to shed, release, and renew. Whew. She represents transformation. Remember what I said, team? Primal energy and life force, which all need to cyclically shed for true regeneration. This is your time of rebirth. Remember what I said, team? Remember what I said, team? Let go of habits, stories, behaviors, or relationships that hinder your truth so that you can experience an increased life force, team. Exactly what I said on the box. I don't even need to go further into that one. That's exactly what I said was going to happen here. Somebody is a new person. Who are you, man? We want to hear from you. Somebody here has really transformed a lot. I feel like it's over 2, 3, right to 4 years. You know, right. I can literally see this person picking skin off and throwing it off. That is fascinating. And smiling, knowing that there's something more fantastic coming their way. Wow. So vivid as well. That's really, really vivid. I feel like you have dark hair. I don't know why that's coming through. You know, I feel like this person has dark hair, black hair, or dark brown. Okay. I'm going to go to the next card if anything more comes through with that. The next card is, I celebrate my lineage and honor my ancestors. That becomes important. So this is almost like paying homage to the people who came before you. Paying homage to the people who came before you, right? The people who they paved the line. Right, so I'm doing this, you know, this is what's coming in. My God. They want you to dance to the beat of your own drum. Oh my God, my guides are something else today. Right, let me burn some, let me give them some smoke. Listen, lately when I've been reading, it's really interesting how these messages start to come through, right? I'm feeling a lot more, right, feeling visceral. All right, let's give give the ancestors some smoke. All right, let's keep the energy clean. Wow, I'm feeling it today, team, feeling it. All right. Thank you for the messages. The messages are really coming. You know, they want you to dance to the beat of your own drum. Not just that, they want you to acknowledge all the things that they went through for you to be here right now at this time. It's a juicy time to be alive, team. Juicy time. You may not, right? It's one of those things. Sometimes it doesn't really feel like it's a juicy time to be alive at all. I'm not going to lie to you. It really doesn't sometimes. But at other times like this, right, when I get a message like this, I'm just like, wow, it's a juicy time to be alive. You need to acknowledge the ancestors, you know, people who came here before you and paved the path for you. Somebody is being watched over by their ancestors. You need to have an altar. You need to speak to them. They definitely want to hear from you. There's so much love here. I feel like there's a grandmother. There's a grandmother here. There's a grandmother here. She's very interested in you going into nature. She wants you to go into nature and do like a sacrifice there for her, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Something to do with nature. This could just be having a plant in your house or something like this. It doesn't have to be so extra and dramatic. Yeah. I mean, they're showing me plants, they're showing me greenery. Right, some of you may have a greenhouse or you may have a garden that's really sort of well tended to, right? Maybe your grandmother liked plants. Right, give me some more cards on that, please, Spirit. Anything else you got on that? Give me 3. Just give me 3. What have you got? Capricorn, did you see that? Bless. There's so much love here. A lot of love in your cards, which is really interesting. Give me 2 more. 1 more? Okay. Yeah, some of you may currently feel the things are not going quick enough. I had that feeling for you before. Yeah, okay, there's conflict. Maybe with yourself or with others at this particular time, you know. And also there's been a lot of waiting around and hoping for things to change, right? But things have changed. Give me 1 on that 5 of Wands. Yeah, whatever has been going on here, team, that has ended. It's time to move on as much as possible. Move forward. You need to keep moving forwards. Keep doing the work. Keep moving forwards. I think I was doing a reading for somebody the other day, and the person was saying to me, Oh, yeah, I did the work. Okay, but you know the work is not just for one day, yeah? She's had a few readings with me, right? And the readings is kept on coming up. So she's like, why is the same thing coming up? I'm like, how my readings work, if you keep on doing the same thing, not making the changes I tell you about, the readings come up exactly the same. You know, I don't know how it works for other readers. I think everybody has their thing, right? It's a very interesting thing. How my readings work is solution based. If you're not doing the work, the same reading is going to come up in a different sort of way. You know, make it right. It's likely it comes up a bit more like a tower moment and stuff like this. It gets more drastic and drastic the less you do the work. You know, and the work's not just for one day, team. It's a lifetime of the work. But I just thought I'd say that. Yeah. But there's a call here to go on the adventure. You need to go on the adventure of life. Somebody here may have a young kid. Or there could be a situation with a child. I literally said that twice. Okay, somebody here has a kid or a situation with a child that's not sort of straightforward. I'll leave that there. The Knight of Cups, there could be a love situation and there could be conflict. Your ancestors are looking over this situation. They want you to try to move past this situation, right? To unfurl the wildness. Work more on this, team. All right, I'm liking that. Okay, this is nice. My dreams reveal that magic is real and anything is possible, Capricorn. Anything is possible, right? Seeing that woman? She's fierce. She's just, you know, the thing that I find really interesting about this reading is that these two cards are on the end. You know, the wild woman and the this woman here also at the end, about the dreams are revealing the good things, right? And right in the middle is the love. I think that's really interesting. The ancestor card and the shedding card. Okay, so this is a lot. You know, there's a lot of protection. There's a woman who's protecting you here. I feel like she's older. She's a grandmother. She's a grandmother energy. Right, there's a lot of protection, but you also need to be working on the base chakra. You need to work on the thing that roots you to the earth. That becomes important. I want to have a look at this card, team. Number 11. It's dream. This is about dreams. Okay. Dreams of the night may reveal insights that rest in our subconscious. They may also inform our daydreams, where we become the masters of boundless possibility. Our dreams need inspiration to flourish and can help us better understand our path and awaken our connection to great vision. Your dreams are asking you to bring them to life with continuous support and sincere belief. Consider yourself a midwife for your dreams. Oh, I like that. Welcome motivation, imagination, commitment, and a playful spirit. Set clear intentions for your present path. Nurture its growth and then let it go. It takes bravery to build and fully realize your dreams. Yeah, this is about really infusing as much of your dreams into your reality as much as what you can. You know, this is like the magician card, if you think about it, right? The magician card, it stands there like this, as it is above, as it is below. The magician is bringing everything he knows or she knows from the ethers and bringing it right onto the 3D plane. This person has all of the tools. They just need to start implementing, team. Implementation. It becomes a thing that you really have to do. Give me 3 cards on those dreams. Can I have 3 cards on the dreams? What does Cappy Mappy need to know more right now? Ah, Comunicado. Give me two more. Six of coins. Interesting choice of cards. Okay, liking this. Yeah, so it's almost like I'm feeling there could be communication, maybe that's not really happening at this particular point. Communication in terms of how you are interpreting the dream onto the 3D. Does that make sense to you? Okay. It's about how you're communicating it. It's about how you're communicating it. There seems to be a lack of, I don't want to say articulation, but it feels like it's not really straightforward how you want to bring it onto the material plane, if that makes sense. Okay, but we do have the Ace of Wands here. We do have the Ace of Wands here. We do have the Ace of Wands here. So this is new creative endeavors and pursuits that are coming into fruition, right? This is fire energy. This is all go energy. This is make it happen energy. There may be something here that you're working on with another individual, but it becomes important to be able to communicate these ideas, right? They may feel complicated. They may feel a little complicated. Give me one card on that, please. They may feel a little complicated. Yeah, you need to balance them out. There needs to be a sense of balance, which is really interesting here, you know? So here I have the Six of Pentacles, and here I have the Temperance card, which is all about, you know, all about a sense of balance. About a sense of balance is about a sense of I feel like there's also a call here to tap into the emotions a little bit. This is very interesting because this is a Cancer moon. Tap into the emotions a little bit, because it's almost like all that emotional energy, right, is what you're able to really bring into this project. Anything else on there? It's emotional energy. It's emotional energy from the past. It's emotional energy that it's almost like it's something you've wanted to do for quite some time, you know, and you haven't had the opportunity to do it because you don't know how to communicate it. There's a possibility maybe here you may work with, right, there's a possibility here you may work with others here. You may work with others, you may do. That's not clear. It's not clear at all. All the cards just fell on the side. Very weird. Is Capricorn going to work with others for that? There's a possibility you may work with others. But choose the people you're working with wisely. Okay, yeah, there's a Three of Pentacles. They show me this. Yeah. And take your time as you're choosing the people to work with. That's very interesting, isn't it? There's a little bit of a wait. There's a little bit of a wait here. I'm not sure what you're waiting for, though, Capricorn. It's almost like you're waiting for something to happen. I don't know what this waiting is about. You need to move out of waiting. And every single day, take steps to make something happen. You need to take steps to make something happen. Because this is almost like right, it's an accumulation of things, right? It's an accumulation of all your work. It's an accumulation of what it is you want to bring in. It's an accumulation of your growth and transformation. It's an accumulation of all of this that's going into this particular thing. That's what I'm getting here. Capricorn, does this make sense to anyone? All right, listen, my loves, I'm out of here. Let us reconvene at some point. I'm going to pull this card for this lady. Let me pull this card for this lady. So, 12th House Tarot. I barely shuffled, those two fell. So listen, I have the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess, which is really interesting, right? I think you're a reader, of course, by your name. But obviously this is showing me that you are a reader. I'm being shown here that you need to communicate that skill, you know, you need to communicate that skill. So maybe you're not doing it as much as what you could do. Actually, let me give some more here. Let me give a little bit more. Anything else? Oh, all right, all right, all right. Maybe you have another direction that you're taking at this particular point in time. Possible. You're not working with other people at this time. It feels like you could have been in something that wasn't successful, or something here that's going on isn't successful. Okay, so you're taking some time away. That's very interesting. But High Priestess, you know exactly what it is that you need to be doing right now. There's something here that's moving quickly, fast communication, right? Fast movement. It's like zoom. There's a lot happening. Your cards are flying, girl. But you have beautiful cards. There's something here that's happening quick, man. There's something here that's happening quick. There's a lot of determination and drive, determination and drive. With the Queen of Wands, you're very good looking, very attractive, and abundant. Trying to be abundant. I feel like there's a lot of singledom that's happening here at the moment, right? I feel like you're single. Really, really, very, very single at this particular point in time. And you're considering your next move, because there's been like a bit of a delay. Does this make sense to you, 12th House Tarot? I hope it does. But there's something here that's going to move really quickly for you. You know, I'm not quite sure what this is. There's something here that's moving really, really quickly. A lot of determination. I'm not sure if there's a move that's happening. This is interesting because there's a lot of fire cards here. A lot of fire, a move from a job or from a house or something like this. There's a move that's occurring here. Okay. One more card. Give me one more. Yeah, you're moving away from a situation. That makes sense. A situation that really confused you. Overwhelming situation. Okay. And you're working here a little bit on trying to keep the balance of your life at this particular time. That makes sense. That makes sense, kind of thing. All right, 12th House Tarot. This is very interesting. I hope some of this, right, hope it resonates, at least. Right. And the message from Spirit is saying to keep persevering. Right. Right. I'm thinking you're obviously a Capricorn person, or you have a Capricorn placement, right? Something is coming out of this communication, right? This movement, blah, 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 blah. Something is coming out of that. Sorry, my ears, they pop a lot. They want you to try and stay as grounded as what you can. And they want you to go and seek the 9th cup. Does that make sense? 12th House Tarot. All right, my loves, I'm going to stop it there. I need to do the water sign reading, you know what I mean? And also the rest of the earth signs. I need to try and do those readings for them as well. Please, God, help me. But Capricorn, as per usual, it was a pleasure to stop by and do this for you. Like, I just feel so blessed that I'm able to come here and share this gift with someone at least, you know? All right then, my loves. Have a great rest of the weekend, and I'll catch up with you soon. Ciao for now, my darlings. Ciao.